Hi, in this video I will show you how to create an ASP.NET MVC website with existing database. So this happens very often that you have an existing database structure with some stuff coming from a SQL Server database, and then you have to connect that structure. I would prefer always to run this way, database first and not not code first. Code first is quite good when you develop an application from base or for testing or something, or a local software. So now we are DbFirst, and therefore this goes quite good and quite fast. We go to Visual Studio 2017, then we create a new project. Then in this case, we take the ASP.NET web application with the net framework. So later this will be the core framework. So, but now we are the net framework, and I'm in my subfolder of web test. So I take this folder and I say, okay, this is my test DbFirst 02 already exists, 003. Then we say it's an MVC, so it's a model view controller system. It's also able to run it as a web form and then connecting that stuff. So, but now we do the MVC, and we go there. Now this is our default website given from this structure as a template. Most people have already seen something like this, so it's a default, a small website. It comes from here on my Solution Explorer, DbFirst. We have here some no views at the moment, nothing is in there. We have under shared a layout, that's like a master page. That's what we have seen there. So this is the basic structure. And now we have models. Models is empty. And for my previous database, for my tutorials, I have this article web or products web, anything, whatever you want. So we go to models, close this. We go to models and we want to have our models in there. Now we go to add a new item, and then we say data. And we go to AutoNet or to the entity frame 6 DB connector creator. So first I take this one, DB model, for example, like this. Now when I start there, it will come up with this one. And now there happens something. We have to create a new connection, and we should take the local server, local DB. That's this one. Take this, when you refresh that point, there's nothing to select there. As you see, it won't work. So system looks up for the local server or SQL server, and nothing will come there. It's empty. So what you have to do there, type in this text, bracket, round bracket, local DB /SQL MS SQL local DB. Local DB /MS SQL local DB, and then you say then we go there, and whoop, we have the inside there's an article web database. Then we say okay. Did it crash? No, once again. New item. I've done something wrong. Data, ADO, this one. Now it's there. Save it. Next. Didn't work. I don't know why. Did I do something wrong? Entity framework 6. And we take the tables here. Article, hersteller, product group, anything. Whatever we want there. And now I would say pluralize or singularize. Generate object names. No, I don't know this one. Not important at the moment. Now it creates the model. So this is the gate between the database and our ASP.NET web server. So still running. Now it took a lot of references, and inside there we have now the file model1 edmx. So this is our structure, what we see there, and that's what we always see on those examples. I always guessed myself how this structure, where this came from. So now we have a model, but how to look up for that point. So we go to the controllers. In controllers there's nothing, there's the home controller. We go there and say add a scaffolded item. We say here take a MVC controller with a view, so we may see it, and an entity framework. So now we take, I do it with this complete stuff. We say okay, generate views and all that stuff, and take as a layout page the layout under views shared the layout. So this is the master page and it drops in there. And now when we use async controllers, that's okay, do it, and now there will come an error. So this says okay, try rebuilding the project because we made this stuff. We have to save everything, and then we go there to our project and say rebuild. Starting to rebuild all access. Now we go to controllers and say add a new scaffolded item MVC controller with views. Then we say again, show me my articles, and from this database, from the database which we see here on the left side, use maybe async controller actions. That's quite a good idea. All the other stuff is still there. We say controller name, articles controller, plural, singular. I have now to run it like this for the first view. So, and now it created this articles controller. It created a subfolder under views with create, delete, details, edit, and index. And under models, there's still the same model stuff what we have included. And now we make a start. And now we are on our template, and we say articles. So this is MVC model view controller, and now this is our first folder. And you see, swoop, what we have there is a little table, beautiful stuff with where we may go to do some stuff. We may write some stuff there. Must be a number 50, 51. And as you see, there's first error, but that's not the point at the moment. Now we have new price. Everything comes up pretty fast. We go to details. No, never. we go to details, we have the detail stuff there and all that stuff, and we may also delete this. Delete it, and now it's away. What we have there is the code inside there is always here, and you may take here the model, how it's referenced. You will see the model also there in the model, in the imported model. That's the namespace, and under models. So this is as normally the file is under straight under models. Now we have decimal, for example, as a price field, and when we go there to our website, to our SQL server, to the tables, we have here the article. And now you see there's a price field, decimal, so this is it should be like euro and US dollars. That's what they say, and the default is 50. That's what I'm missing on my side. So normally there should be here either this one equals 50, so this is either default, or we have to write this one default value 50. And as you see, this doesn't work, and we have to fix it by using this public here. There, it's implemented here, and this would work, but manual changes to this file will be overwritten to the code if the code is generated. So what happens if we do something with our model? When we go there, no, when we do this one, when we are in our SQL Server database, so we have the SQL, the management studio, which comes from the other side, and when there's somebody in there and in the designer, he says, okay, now I need the ID of my manufacturer. So in German it's Hersteller. It's a long integer field, not a big integer. It's not nullable. Oh, it may be nullable. Okay, and default is 0. Now when I update this on this SQL Server Object Explorer, update the database, now we have this field, and when I go here to the data, we will see there's now the ID Hersteller, manufacturer. Maybe take something like this. Okay, now I close this, and how will the changings come to my system? So therefore I go to my database here, model 1, and I go there on a table and say, okay, where is it? Update model from database. And now here are my I have to take everything from the tables, and I don't need this entity framework migrations history. This came from the other project. So is it already there? Here it is. And now when I'm I don't think that it is here in our, let's see, in the articles and the controller, it's not there, but we will see it at the index. At the index we have no, it's not shown at the moment, but we have to extend this point now. So we need here the Hersteller, and then we have to do all those changings, but that's not the main item at this point. So what we saw now is, in this case, we did a database. We had a database, an existing one, and connected it to a new MVC website.